Yeah. So, I have a confession to make. Weighing heavily on my soul. You know, one might even say that I need to get something off my chest. So, yes, I'm coming out of the closet. I am Australian. It's true. It's true. I'm Australian. Half Australian. You know, one of my parents is fully Australian. Not even like, you know, not even American in any sense. And yeah, it's just something that's been weighing on me heavily. And this hoodie is something that I acquired the last time I visited my grandparents in Australia. I'm an Australian citizen. I'm also an American citizen. Some sort of dual thing, duality. Yes, I'm a dual citizen of Australia and America. You didn't really need to know that, but I'm wearing an Australia hoodie, so I kind of figured that I should clarify. Not that it really matters at all, you know. But, you know, I could have had this hoodie for any number of reasons. But yeah, I'm Australian. Inconsequential completely. I've been in tremendous pain today. I don't know. Like, there's points on my back where, like, just touching them sends a shockwave of pain through me. And, like, my whole back, my whole torso really has just been aching today. Even parts of my arms and my legs at times. It's really annoying, genuinely. I hope that it stops, you know. I hope that I can wake up tomorrow and not be in tremendous pain. Welcome to adulthood, I suppose. But yeah, no, I'm going through it right now. I'm aching. Yay. What was I gonna say? I had some stuff to say. And now I've forgotten it. Such is the curse of being me. Incredibly short-term memory, you know. Honestly, my phone keeps saying it's full again, so this video might cut off. Although it says I have like 2 gig available, so I might be able to get a whole video out of this. My latest videos have been being like 1 gig, so I might be able to get away with it. I might. If I don't, I probably will just delete this one because this one's not worth re-recording. Yeah, people have been, like, not people really, specific people have been making specific comments. One of them was, like, talking about how I'm not an idiot or a cretin or anything. It's like, yeah, I know. And, like, I know that other people are serious about it. But that's just, you know, something I do, something I have been doing for a long time, just self-deprecating humor. I find it funny, you know, I call myself names. It's not a big deal. It's really not that deep. I don't believe myself to be a cretin or, you know, an idiot. I do stupid things a lot of the time, but I'm not an idiot. Like, yeah, it's just... I'm not serious with any of these titles. The titles are just, you know, for fun. And I like them, and so I'm going to keep making them, you know. Somebody was confused about something, but I, you know, was just thinking about it, and I started with the wrong one, because I remembered the other one pretty easily. I remembered that, you know, somebody was saying, hey, don't call yourself an idiot or a cretin, and it's like, hey, thanks for thinking that I'm not those things. But, you know, it's all in good fun. It's good-natured. You know, there's nothing wrong about it. Nobody's making me, you know, say these things about myself. It's really all me. And so, you know, yeah, I enjoy it. I like it. It's something that, it's fun, you know. I don't recall what that person was confused about in terms of, like, the videos. But yeah. Now, for the most part, you know, I've gotten some support. And then there are some people who, like, have questions or concerns. And, you know, I'd love to answer those. I'd love to talk with you guys about those. Because, you know, I think that's genuinely a good thing. Yeah. I think that the question that I got that I was trying to think about is not one that I think I can really answer. I don't know. I don't fucking care either. Like, it's alright. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I had to really say about that. And then, let's see. Sorry, loud sounds. I don't know if you can hear them. I have been walking around, like, parks lately. It's been nice. It's been serene. I was laying on this log, like, right in the sunlight. That was nice. I've really just been, like, scoping out places where I can go, you know, chill in the woods and just hang out with friends, you know. Nice things like that. Like, I'm frequenting areas with lots of, like, nature surrounding them. And I like it, you know. Sometimes your immersion is broken by seeing buildings or cars or whatever, but for the most part, you know, you can sometimes fully immerse yourself. I'm not currently in an area where I'm fully immersed or anything, but there are a couple. Yeah. Something I was gonna say in my last video was that, like, I don't know. I feel like, shit, I forgot. I feel like, okay, yeah. I feel like my third and fourth videos just kind of got ignored a lot more than the others, because, like, fifth, I think, is doing pretty well. First and second did pretty well. Like, for some reason, my third and fourth kind of got glossed over. The third one's alright. Like, it's nothing special. The fourth one I feel is a bit more interesting. I don't know. I'm not going to pressure anybody to check it out. I was asked, or I wasn't really asked, but, like, people were like, I have no idea why these videos got recommended to me. And to be honest, same, bro. I don't know why anyone's getting recommended these. They're not particularly good. They're quite low effort. Oh, yeah, one of them, the question that I was thinking about earlier was not really a question. It was more of a, like, hey, you should, like, go back and edit some videos. I'm not going to do that. Like, I could edit videos. I could actually put effort. It could be content, but it was never really intended to be that, you know? It's not important to me that this is a, like, massively successful thing. I'm not trying to bait people into watching. I'm just saying things. If people like what I have to say, then they can watch. And if people don't like what I have to say, then they don't have to watch. And if they don't like the quality of my videos, then they don't have to watch. Like, it's not a big deal, you know? Like, you like what you like. And if you like a no-effort video where I'm pretty much just going out into the world and saying how I feel and saying the stuff I think, then that's fine. And, you know, I'm appreciative that you think that I am someone worth listening to. But, you know, it's not a requirement. And I don't... Really, the reason I couldn't respond to that was because that video that the comment was about was the, like, 3-minute long video about how I wasn't going to be posting until I could get my storage worked out. And so it's like, do you think that I should, you know, do you think that I should edit the video about the fact that I can't post until I get my storage worked out? Like, because that was just a rushed video to be like, hey, I'll be gone for a bit, and I was gone for a couple days. But like that was not supposed to be like even a real video anyway. That was just a heads up, you know. So I'm not sure what that was about, to be honest. Which is why I really didn't know how to respond, because it's like, what are you asking for? Are you asking that I edit my normal videos and you're just commenting it on the one video that like really matters the least to me? Or are you talking about editing that video? It was confusing. I don't know. That's why I didn't respond to it. Anyway, no, I kind of remember what I was going to talk about. Fucking hell. Don't tell me am I going to... I hate when I'm talking and I forget what I'm talking about. I remembered what I was going to say, too. Oh, okay. Cool. So, addictions. I'm not personally addicted to anything, and yet I'm also kind of personally addicted to everything. Like, a lot of people have their one vice, the one thing that they indulge in, you know, and that's their thing. But for me, it's not so much that I have a vice. I may have mentioned this before. I can't ever keep it, you know. I can't ever really remember everything I've talked about before. But, like, everybody has sort of their thing. That one thing that they hone in on where they, like, that's their, you know, guilty pleasure, vice. And, you know, everybody's kind of got that one thing. For me, I don't really have one specific vice. Everything kind of becomes my vice because the lack of having addiction to a specific thing means that, like, I kind of obsessively do whatever I'm doing, you know? Like, I'll get addicted to YouTube Shorts, but I can get off it at any time. But if I am not doing anything, like if I'm not on YouTube Shorts, then I'm, like, out doing something else. Because I guess it's just, like, a void inside that needs to be filled by something. More so than an addiction to any one particular thing. Because I can quit any one of my so-called vices at any time. Like, actually, legitimately. But also, if I do quit doing something, then it needs to be replaced by something else. So, I'm not addicted to anything. I'm addicted to everything, you know? I'm addicted to feeling things. I'm addicted to talking to myself. I'm addicted to this. I mean, like I make videos so consistently, so constantly, just because of the fact that I want to get, you know, out of the house and I want to start talking about the way I'm feeling. And I feel like the best way of doing that currently is on one of these videos, you know? So, essentially, by having no specific vice, like, if I had a specific vice, I'd regret it, but I could probably just, you know, do normal life things whenever I'm not indulging myself in, you know, my vice. But by having no vices, everything kind of becomes a vice. I don't know. It's difficult to explain. But basically, I'm cooked royally. You know? And so I don't know. Like, do I doom scroll? Yes. Do I watch long form content? Yes. Do I watch do I play games? Yes. Do I listen to music consistently? Yes. Any number of things that, like, normal people do. Like, I'm doing it, but I'm doing it to an obsessive degree every time I do it, and, like, it feels weird, because it feels like I'm being totally unproductive, but I don't have anything specifically productive that I could do that would make me feel productive. Like, I don't know, I guess, like, I could feel accomplishment from, like, fixing up, like, the car that I was talking about a little while ago. And I could feel, like, a sense of accomplishment from there, but all of these things are, like, fleeting. Like, there's no lasting feeling of anything, really. I don't know, maybe I'm just too dead inside for there to be any lasting good feelings, which is why I need to constantly pump myself full of content. No diddy. I don't know. It's just, in a sense, I've become my own worst enemy. Because anything I do obsessively. Because I don't have any one thing to obsess over. And I don't have any, I don't know. It's just, I guess cycling through, like, different obsessions is better than, doing, one thing consistently, especially if that thing's unhealthy for you. Like, I'm not saying I'd rather become an alcoholic and destroy my liver than cycle through addictions. I'm just saying it's annoying, It feels weird to just have these... have everything be a vice, I think probably my biggest addiction is talking with people, but, I get lasting benefits from hanging out with people. I think it's probably the only thing I get lasting benefits from. Everything else is just a waste of time, or just to fill my time. And I don't know, things that are usually seen as productive to other people don't feel productive to me. It doesn't feel like I'm accomplishing anything. Yeah. In other words, I feel like most of my time is wasted. I want to go out and go on adventures and shit. I want to, I want to go exploring with my friends. Might even want to get into a couple of fights just to, get the rush. I want to be free, and I want to go, do things. Have objectives that mean something to me. Like, I just want to have fun. And not a lot of shit's fun these days, And that's another thing where, like, fiction kind of did too much there for me. Because adventures, like, that as a concept is really not a thing anymore. Like, aside from the, like, exploring a couple abandoned areas, maybe going out and exploring the woods for a little bit, you don't have any real solid adventuring to do. Like, exploration-wise, everything that's, everything on the surface of the planet has been found, pretty much. And, like, there's no secrets. Like, it's plain boring, to be honest. We're just kind of chilling here with nothing, nothing to go out and find, nothing to go out and do. Like, I want to be going to find the One Piece and shit, not just sitting around. Suburbs, cities, rural areas, none of them are much better than the others. Rural areas are, like, lonely and shit. Suburbs are unmiraculous, and cities are like suburbs, but worse. Like, I mean, I guess hanging out at a graveyard's pretty cool. Hanging out at the train tracks, I, made a video. the video that I posted that was cut off by my lack of storage was by the train tracks. Like, there's some cool places to go, but there's nothing really to do there, and it's cool to have those experiences. Like, I explored an abandoned like big concrete thing with, like, hoppers and shit a while ago with one of my friends, and that was cool. But it's like, for the most part, you can explore areas that are unfamiliar to you, but there's no objective. You're just kind of, and don't get me wrong, like, that can be nice, especially when you're with people you, like, genuinely like. I don't know, it's just, I want a good, solid adventure, Maybe I'm just too much. Maybe I'm too ambitious, too childlike, whatever. Too immature to understand the way the world works, except I understand the way the world works, I just kind of fucking hate it. Like, I don't know. I think the main takeaway is I want to go on adventures. And I want to do it with cool people. And, you know, and I can't. I can't right now, and I probably won't be able to in the future. Although, if some apocalyptic event occurs, I'm probably going to be one of the only people that's fucking stoked. Actually, that's not true. Like, the anime Zom 100 is completely about stuff like that. Like, so many people would be stoked about a zombie, like, apocalypse. So many people would be stoked about, like, the end of the world. Now, I wouldn't want to die because of the fact that the world has ended. But, you know, currently there's no good reason to do a bunch of crimes because at the moment there's no, like, at the moment life is decent enough to where opposing the government is, you know, and, you know, the police are effective enough. Like, a lot of people, I'll hear people in comment sections of, like, clips of the show The Rookie, where they're, like, talking about, actually, most crimes go unsolved. And they're also the type of people that call shit like this propaganda, because they don't have faith in, like, the police force. But I promise you, those same people would never get away with crimes. Like, I don't have specific statistics on how many crimes do or don't get solved. But I would also tell you that the fact that they can find out who you are very easily is a, you know, a major problem, especially with all, like, not a major problem for, like, people who want law and order, but, like, for people who are trying to commit crimes and get away with them. The amount of safeguards that they have in place, especially modern day safeguards, like in the 70s, bitch, I could get away with any crime I wanted to. The police in the 70s were so ineffective, mainly because they just didn't have the, like, genetic data. Now, even if they don't have your specific genetics on file, if any of your family members are on file, they can find out, like, how related you are to your family members, which is, you know, especially bad if, like, you do genetic testing like 23andMe or Ancestry, and, like, they sell that shit to the government, because then it's like, well, you know, I don't have you specifically, but I have all of your other family members, and so we pretty well know who you are. But, you know, at the same time, if we were to become a militaristic, like, state, like Big Brother, basically, like, always watching, at least then it'd be worth it to try, because your life inside isn't even good enough to warrant trying to not commit crimes or trying not to escape. Because, like, you can live decently without committing crimes in, you know, current times, so long as you're not extremely impoverished or homeless or whatever. But, like, it's okay to not commit crimes now, but, like, if things ever go to shit, if we become, like, a military state, if we become a dictatorship, then hell yeah, I'll try. Because I'd rather go through, I'd rather die trying than to just live like that, especially with how much I hate, you know, people having control over me. I don't know. I think the best apocalyptic event would be one in which it's like a wasteland. Maybe not a nuclear wasteland, because I'd rather not mutate. Fallout's pretty cool, but, like, yeah, no, I'd rather not. But, on the other hand, I think a zombie apocalypse would be the best way, because you're fighting off the living dead. Really, there's no airborne or, like, you know, there's really nothing that can harm you except for a zombie's bite. Like, or other people who are trying to kill you. So it's like, I'd certainly like a zombie apocalypse to go down. Like, that shit would be fire. Yeah. You know it's bad when you want the world to end.